Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have a big day ahead, removing an old fence, digging up and transplanting perennials, and prepping some holes for a tree delivery. If you love transforming outdoor spaces, stay tuned, because this is going to be an exciting and satisfying project. The first thing on the list is removing this old, worn-out fence. Over time, fences deteriorate due to weather exposure, wood rot, and general wear and tear. Before starting, it's crucial to check for any utility lines near the fence line, safety first. Once that's cleared, the removal process begins. Start by loosening any screws or nails holding the panels together. If the fence is nailed, a pry bar works wonders in separating the boards from the posts. For screwed-in panels, a drill with the appropriate bit makes the job easier. Once the panels are off, it's time to tackle the posts. Posts are usually set in concrete, making their removal the trickiest part. Dig around the base of each post to expose as much of the concrete footing as possible. Using a post puller or a heavy-duty lever system makes lifting the post out much easier. If the post refuses to budge, breaking up the concrete with a sledgehammer is another option. With the fence removed, it's time to focus on the perennials. Transplanting perennials requires proper timing and technique. The best time to move them is in early spring or fall when they're not actively blooming. Watering them a day before digging helps reduce transplant shock. Carefully dig around the base, ensuring you lift as much of the root ball as possible. If dividing plants, gently pull them apart and replant immediately in a prepared hole with fresh compost. Next, the tree delivery holes need to be prepared. Proper hole preparation is key to healthy tree growth. The holes should be twice as wide as the root ball but no deeper than the existing soil line. If the soil is compacted, breaking it up with a digging fork or rototiller allows the roots to establish more easily. Adding a layer of compost mixed with native soil at the base provides the tree with essential nutrients. After all the hard work, a thorough watering session ensures that the transplanted perennials and prep tree holes have the right moisture levels. Mulching around the new plants helps retain moisture and regulate soil temperature. With the fence gone, perennials relocated, and tree holes prepped, the space is now ready for its next transformation. Whether it's a new fence, a garden expansion, or a fresh landscaping design, this preparation work sets the foundation for a stunning outdoor makeover. Stay tuned for the next update. Now, let's take a closer look at soil amendments to enhance the growth of both the perennials and the new trees. Depending on the soil quality, adding organic matter like compost, aged manure, or peat moss can improve drainage and nutrient availability. If the soil is heavy clay, incorporating sand or perlite will help with aeration, preventing waterlogging that can damage roots. For sandy soils, additional compost or biochar helps retain moisture and nutrients. Another important step before planting is assessing the drainage. If water tends to pool in certain areas, consider creating slight elevation changes or adding gravel at the base of planting holes to prevent root rot. Ensuring proper drainage will give the trees a solid start and help perennials thrive in their new locations. Once the holes are fully prepared, the next step is setting up irrigation. A drip irrigation system or soaker hoses work best for both new trees and transplanted perennials, delivering moisture directly to the roots without waste. If you're hand watering, aim for deep, slow watering sessions rather than frequent shallow watering, which can encourage weak root systems. As we move forward, let's talk about mulching. A layer of mulch, about 2–3 inches thick, helps suppress weeds, retain moisture, and regulate soil temperature. For trees, be sure to keep mulch a few inches away from the trunk to prevent rot and pest issues. When it comes to perennials, spreading mulch evenly around the base of the plants will help them adjust to their new location and reduce transplant stress. Now, with everything in place, the final step is staking young trees if necessary. If the trees are tall or have weak root systems, staking can provide extra support, preventing wind damage. Use flexible ties to avoid restricting growth, and check them periodically to ensure they aren't causing harm to the bark. After all this hard work, stepping back and admiring the progress is incredibly rewarding. The old fence is gone, new planting spaces are established, and the garden is prepped for its next phase. This project is a testament to how much impact proper preparation can have on outdoor spaces. In the coming weeks, we'll check back on the progress of these transplants and see how they're adjusting to their new environments. If you enjoyed today's project, be sure to stay tuned for more garden transformation.